In this short video, we will demonstrate the link between TEKLA Structural Designer and IDEA StatiCa connection. As with all the beam links that we have, the workflow is pretty simple and straightforward. The export of the joint is done directly through TSD after the design and analysis has been performed in the global model and all the internal forces have been calculated. By updating the connections, we can interact directly through the 3D view and choose the joint that we want to export through the right-click menu. Next, we define the file name for the new IDEA StatiCa project that will be created. All the information about the project and the connected members is displayed in this window, where we can add some information for the project and check if everything is imported properly. By clicking Finish, IDEA StatiCa automatically opens and the general geometry of the joint is imported, together with all the load combinations. Since the models imported from Global Structural Analysis software don't contain any information about the connecting elements, like plates, bolts and welds, our joint contains only the members with their exact location and orientation. So the next step is to connect all the members with our manufacturing operations, and we will start by connecting the first perpendicular beam with a stub. Through the Properties window, we can define the position of the plates and adjust the bolt's location, or any other parameter. If we are happy with the result, and we want to use the same stub to connect another beam, we can simply copy this operation. To connect the first stub with the column, we will use the cut operation and simply select these two elements. The cut is also creating the welds, which we can then adjust accordingly. For the third beam on the weak axis of the column, we will choose a different operation, which is called shifted endplate. As with all the elements, IDEA StatiCa provides you with the flexibility to adjust them to your own needs. And in this case, we will extend the beam endplate so that it provides space to connect the diagonal beam too. To cope with the additional load coming from the diagonal beam, we will also add an additional set of bolts. To connect the stub to the extended plate, we will use the cut operation again, and select the stub first, and then the element that will be used for the cut, which in this case is the end plate. The welds are automatically created, and we can also change their properties and define them as double fillet. Since the top flanges of the stub and the beam are clashing, we need to define a cut operation between them. And that's it. Our connection is ready to be analysed. After the analysis is finished, we can go to the Check tab, where we can see the overall check that shows us if the connection has passed the checks. We can look deeper into the results for all the elements of the connection, such as the plates, the bolts, and the welds. In the ribbon, we can also find different analysis results such as the strain check, the equivalent stress, and the plastic strain that are visualized on the 3D model. We can also enable the bolt forces that will help us visualize the magnitude of tension and shear forces of the bolts, both on the 3D model and the plates. Finally, we can go to the Report tab, where we can export the detailed output to PDF or Word. Of course, we have the option to enable or disable different sections of the output, depending on our needs. So, in this case, we will enable some more information, like the calculation formulas and the drawings. Returning to our model, and assuming we are happy with the design, we can simply close the project and save the file. Saving the project is very important, as this connection design will be embedded in the TSD model as a user-defined attribute. We can also use the review functions and click on the user-defined attributes to visualize all the connections that have an idea StatiCa file associated with them. By right-clicking, you can choose either to open this file or export the connection again. By choosing Open, the previous design is automatically opened. As you can see, the combination and the link between TSD and idea StatiCa create a powerful solution that can save you a significant amount of time and allow you to design even the most complex connection.